Men's hoops, huge game coming up tomorrow night against San Diego State, ranked number 17 in the country. You can watch it on ESPN Plus, listen on BYU Radio. Jarom Jordan alongside Dave McCann, who will call the game tomorrow. Also on the call on the radio, Mark Durrant, who now joins us from his lovely home in South Jordan. Mark, what year of analyzing BYU basketball is this for you?
27, the big 27.
27, 96? Is that when you started?
Yeah.
Which year? Which of those years did you feel like you were getting pretty good at it?
Well, everybody told me I was good right off the bat, but now when I talk to people, they say, "Oh man, it was pretty rough for a couple of years. You were really, but you got better. You got better." So, as with anything, as with my playing days and with broadcasting, the more years in between the two, I get better in my mind. So,
to me, you're pretty good. Yeah. And we're hoping that BYU is pretty good this year. We have some of the metrics coming out from Jay Billis saying, hey, BYU's 55th. Lenardi last week had BYU 5th out. Ken Palm today says 34th for BYU. Those are pretty flattering. I personally am in the wait and see with this team. Certainly banged up to start the year. If they beat San Diego State tomorrow, that'd certainly check a great box. But how are you feeling about this team? Because nationally, some of those metrics tell us maybe they're better than we think.
Yeah, Jam, I like this team. And one of the reasons I do is in today's world, it's hard to have continuity. And BYU does bring back a lot of guys that you have experience. You have leadership now, which may have been lacking last year a little bit. Now you've got guys that are a year older and they played together. They went to Europe together. And you've got some real shooters. I mean, Trevin being back, I think, and Ali Khalifa, who can shoot the three as a big man. And Noah Waterman, I think, will be much better from three this year. Jackson Robinson, obviously very good. Spencer Johnson led the conference in conference play from three-point shooting, and they're going to shoot a lot of threes. So, I mean, they seem to have some really good pieces. That's not to say I expect them to win the Big 12. I mean, it's going to be a struggle, but I expect them to do very well in the preseason, and we'll see how they do. I think that obviously the game tomorrow night against San Diego State will tell us a lot. San Diego State had that magical run last year, and they're always a very good program. And so that'll tell us more than what HCU told us, but they sure look good against HCU. So we'll see.
Mark, over 100 points in that game in the season opener. They shot 43 three-pointers. And Mark Pope told us going into the game and into each game his idea is to get 35 three-point shots off, which seems really high, but he's got a team of three-point shooters. What stood out to you the most on how they played back on Monday?
Well, I mean, I've seen you play in your ward games, and you can shoot a lot of threes too, Dave. It's not about the number of threes that you shoot. It's about getting good shots and making a high percentage. And until kind of late in that game, they maybe missed a couple, but they were hovering around 40% most of that game. So if you're shooting that number, which is super high, obviously, and you're making 40%, you're going to win games. I mean, that's just the numbers will bear that out. And clearly the approach for Coach Pope this year is going to be that they're going to shoot a lot. But you don't just want to throw them up there. You want to get good shots. And so you're going to have the right motions and good ball movement and spread the floor. And if you want to have open threes, you have to also take it to the rim and collapse the defense and kick it out. And so there's a lot that goes into getting open threes and being able to shoot that many. But that clearly is what they're going to try and do this year. And I think, we'll see how it plays out. I think it's a good approach. I mean, if you're going into the Big 12 and you're doing the same offenses and running the same stuff that every other Big 12 team's going to do, and let's say you go into Kansas and you try and do the same things that Kansas does with your players against their players, they will beat you because they have better players. And so if you're going to compete against teams like that, you have to do something different. So obviously a high volume of threes is a different approach. And the three-point shot to me is the great equalizer in college basketball. So if you shoot a lot and you are hot that night, you can beat anybody. The problem with it, Dave and Jeremy, is that, maybe you don't shoot well from the three one night and then you can lose to anybody. So you're putting a lot of your eggs in one basket in a sense, but what I really liked the other night, what I really hope happens for this team is that they rebound the ball really well. And they almost got half of their misses offensive rebounds the other night. Now, they're not going to be able to do that against a lot of teams, but if you're rebounding, offensive rebounds, and then playing really good defense, so even if you are not shooting a great three-point number, you can still be in the game. I think that's the best approach. You can't just rely on the threes. You've got to do other things really well. That's a long-winded answer, but you're going to see, but the bottom line is you're going to see a lot of threes from this team this year.
I think it's borrowing a book, a page out of Lavelle Edwards' playbook. Remember back in the 70s when Iowa State came here. The last time they were here was his first year, and he said, "I got to do something different. We can't beat these teams lining up. We can't beat Oklahoma lining up man to man.
Yeah.
So I got to throw the football." And so that's how he started his idea.
And maybe that's what it is for BYU. Yeah, to your point, that's interesting.
Shoot some threes.
In terms of rebounds, Fullerton matched San Diego State with 42 rebounds each in that game. So it'll be interesting to see what BYU looks like on the glass. ESPN gives BYU a 62% chance to win this game. They say BYU should be the favorite. Certainly San Diego State struggled in Provo, only 4 wins and 34 tries. What would a win tomorrow mean for this team moving forward?
Well, I think if you can get a win against a team that's a top 20 team and that was, had such a great year last year and has a well-respected program, automatically you're on the map. I mean, that tells the country, yeah, this BYU team is for real and is going to have to be reckoned with. And once you get that in your mind nationally, it's hard to kind of erase that from people's minds. So if you could go and get a big win early like that, then it really helps you along for your confidence, but more importantly, how the nation perceives you. And as long as you don't mess up, obviously, then you're in a good spot. So to have a team like that, who's well-respected, great coaching, on your floor, that's a great opportunity. And BYU, like I said, has experienced. San Diego State lost a couple guys like Bradley. I mean, they had some really good players. And so it's going to be one of their first games on the road in a tough environment. This is a great opportunity for BYU. We'll see how they perform, but this is a good chance to show the world who they are and that they're going to be a team that will have to be dealt with.
Mark, let's finish with this. Let's go back in time to 2011, and it's BYU and San Diego State at the Marriott Center. The Aztecs are number 4. BYU's number 9. Jimmer scores 43. Kawhi Leonard has 21 and 16 rebounds. You were on the call for that game. Has there ever been a more meaningful showdown between BYU and San Diego State than that night?
Well, I mean, that was special. I mean, there was some special Jimmer moments. I actually really liked going to San Diego State and getting a win. That was even more impressive to me. But the thing that struck me about those games was you had San Diego State with Kawhi, you mentioned, and Billy White and Malcolm Thomas, and they would throw everything they had at Jimmer. They would double team him the second he crossed the half court. They'd throw 2 or 3 guys at him and just selling out. We're going to stop Jimmer, and they still couldn't do it. He just ate them for lunch, and it was so fun to watch him do his stuff. And they had a great supporting cast with Davies and Hartsock and Emery and Collinsworth. That was maybe one of the best teams BYU's ever had, and Jimmer was just unbelievable, as we all know Jimmer is.
It was a beautiful night. All the students, wanted to be with Jimmer on the court there, a rush moment. Gonzaga, we had that again a couple years ago. It was awesome. Mark, we appreciate the time. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Guys, I love you guys. Thanks for having me on. Dave, Jarom's cool, but man, talking to you, that is special.
I know you don't mean that. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. See you tomorrow night.
Thanks, Mark.